Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Eve. This is Everyday Artist, and welcome. Rogue is right here. We're trying to get ready for Christmas, but not very successfully. I still moving slowly. Behind me is the snowman quilt I made last year. I had so much fun making that. It was a kit that I got from Shabby Fabrics, I think. See, snowman portraits. Because I haven't been feeling well, I haven't done any sewing really. I tried and it wasn't very successful. So the only thing I have really is cross stitch, but I did start a new crochet project. So I haven't gotten very far on it because it's not something I'm like, oh, I gotta get this done. You know, I want to get it done, but it's just fun. So, what to start with? I think perhaps last month's with WhipGo. As you all know, sorry, I didn't take anything out of the bags. I am like completely and utterly unprepared. I do know that today is December 5th. And it's a Monday. Yeah, if you can't tell, it's gloomy outside. It's almost never gloomy here in Arizona. But it's not even supposed to get up to 70 today. And it's been raining for 3 days. 2 days? 3 days? I think it started raining Friday night. No, it started raining Friday during the day because, whatever. It's been raining. And not just a little bit of rain, just like constant rain. So there will be fussily noises because I am completely and utterly unprepared for today. Let's see if I can pile these somewhere where they're out of the way. I moved a lot of furniture from in here so that I could put the Christmas tree here. It's going to be right there. And I still have some moving stuff to do. By the time we get it up, it'll probably be Christmas. That's okay. I've been kind of stressing about it, and then it was like yesterday, I just kind of went, I don't feel good. This has been a bad year, and I want to have Christmas stuff up because I want to feel Christmas. But that's not how I get it. Is it? Putting up trees and stuff like that. It helps, but that's not it. What I did instead was I picked up an angel gift thing to buy. It's not something I can really afford to do right now, but that's Christmas. Giving stuff to people who have less than you. Even if it's the, child of somebody in jail who can't. That's how you show them love. So I think that's how I'll be able to feel it more. Anyway, I digress. I always do that, don't I? Okay, so this is what I was working on for WhipGo for November, the last November project. This is Cute Boots by Joe Gattenby for X's and O's. Apropos for today, isn't it? When life is stormy, put on a pair of cute boots and dance in the rain. I fell in love with this. I don't remember what I was looking for on 1-2-3 Stitch, and I came across this, and I was like, oh, that's cute. And I went back and looked at it. Anyway, this is how far I've gotten. So his little hat is done. His face is done, and I'm starting on the body. I don't know how I'm going to finish it. I just know that he is absolutely adorable. Look at those eyes. Although, somewhere in here, there's some counting mistake. Because I wanted to continue with the same thread. And so I was counting down and stuff. And then when I'm trying to, and I'm using a working copy and marking stuff off, but something's wrong. And I was like, okay, it's the last day of November. I don't care. So that is Cute Boots, my last Whip Go project for November. I completed the goal of 15 days. And that will bring me to Whip Go for this month. Now, one of the calls is a new start for stitching with the housewives. I think it's called Snow Days. It's a snow globe, which I bought about this time last year. I am not sure that I want to do that. I may change it to a different new start. You know, I may do OMG, they got me a tree, or I may do there was another small one. I don't remember. But I may just do that one. I mean, I already bought the finishing thing for it and everything. Because a lot of times when I buy a project to make, I picture in my head how I want it to look when it's done. So if I see something toward that, I'll pick it up. Or if I see something that kind of sparks in my mind that, oh, you know what, that would be good for that, I'll pick it up. So I already have a chalkboard snowman to put it on. I love snowmen. And I had intended to have it for this Christmas. But it didn't get called on WhipGo. Been sitting there a whole year. And I was working on the other WhipGo projects, and it wasn't, you know. And at this point, I'm like, do I want to finish it for this year? Do I want to work on it this year? Possibly. You know, so I've had new shiny things since then. All right, so the other WhipGo project, which I know I'm going to do because I'm working on it, is by CrossstitchingForFun. This is Art Deco Spring. And I may have told you all that about the patterns and stuff last week. I don't remember. I don't remember anything I talked about a week ago. Anyway, here we are. So the most challenging thing about this pattern, and by the way, I'm loving it, but the most challenging thing about it is not the stitching. It has, I don't know how many threads, practically the whole DMC line. And I had all the threads kitted up with it. But over the year since I did that, I've taken them out to work on other things. Spent more time looking for threads than stitching. But I think it's coming along well. I like it. I'm enjoying it. So, yeah. So that is Art Deco Spring, and I have worked on it 4 days. So in 4 days, I did this flower, these two bees, and these two little buds here. I haven't finished them, but in 4 days, and spent hours looking for threads. But the little motifs, they don't take that long to do. So I think my goal is 10 days on this, but I don't remember. I'll double check what it is. But if I've done this much in 4 days, I'll certainly get most of it done during the challenge time. So I'm looking forward to having that done. I did not put it on 2023's WIPGO. I put the summer one on there, and that would be a new start, because if I'm not finished when that one gets called, I'll just finish this one and then move on to the summer one and keep working. So, because I do want to do them in order. All right, what to work on, what to talk about next. This is going to be a very short video. It's 10 minutes in, I'm almost done. Again, this is my own project called The Greatest Story, up on the Etsy shop, Three Sisters Creative. And this is my progress. I can't remember if I started the purple last week, but I think so. But I've really gotten where, I really want to finish this. And I'm loving the way it's coming out. I realized when I was working on it this last week that in the pattern I have put to do back stitching around each globe to make it look rounder, I guess. And I'm looking at it going, I don't think it needs that. I may take that back stitching off the pattern and reload the pattern on there. And I can always send updated patterns to people who have purchased it. So I'm thinking if you can avoid a little back stitching, why not, right? But let me know what you think about back stitching on that. It's in the color of the outside of the bulb, and I don't know that it would add that much to it. It might make it a little rounder, but they still look round, so I don't know. I don't want to experiment and try it really if I'm not sure. I think it'll look better, because back stitching is really hard to pull out without pulling out stuff underneath it. So yeah, I want to do that, right? Okay, so this one is Nativity Berry, Erica Michaels. And this is where I am now. When you cut the berry out to sew it, I think I showed them to you. It looks like this with a curve on top, right? And then you sew the two sides together. This right here is the bottom of that little V. And right there, that's going to go through the stitching. And right here, that's supposed to go through the stitching. Which, as we know from my autumn berry, I'm hesitant to do. But that is the way it is designed. So, we'll see. So I have Mary and Joseph's blue done, and I need to put his arm and his hand on, And these guys will be done except for the faces. And then all I have is all the stars and angels and stuff. I'm making steady progress on it. I do want to have this finished, hopefully for this Christmas, because the holly jolly berry is not going to be done. The lots of jolly berry, because I have to crochet those tops, and every time I think about crocheting, I think about this new project, and I should crochet those tops. But I remember when I did this other one, it took like a week to get them all done, and I wouldn't be able to get anything else done. So I may still do it, but I don't know. These days it seems like my sister had me running to Walmart 3 times last week. She told me she had to go pick up a prescription. And that she had to get her glasses too, but she wasn't going to do it at that time. My aunt was in town. So I said, okay, we'll go. I wasn't feeling well, but I went and took her. And I went ahead and went in. But we left pretty soon. And then maybe she wasn't maybe my aunt wasn't with me at that time. But like the next day, she wanted to go back to Walmart because she hadn't done her glasses, and she still wanted to do her glasses. And I know I had my aunt that time. And I still wasn't feeling well. And I didn't think it was an emergency, but my aunt was with us, and I wanted to take her to do stuff, you know. So I didn't want to go back to the same Walmart because for some reason they've gotten rid of all their plus size clothing. I'm plus size. My sister is. My youngest sister, not quite, really. But, you know, it's like, come on, man. Why'd you get rid of those? And so I wanted to go to a bigger Walmart. You know, Walmart always had just my size. They didn't even have that there, so I don't know if they still carry it or anything. But so we went to a bigger one, which is further away, and spent a long time there. And I come out to the car, and she said, "I said, did you do your glasses?" Because we had to wait for her for a long time, so I thought maybe she was getting her glasses and stuff. And she said, "No, I wanted to get them at the one that was close to us." So then I had to go back to Walmart the day after that. And those people who know me know how unusual this is, because I hate Walmart. I hate going to Walmart, especially during the Christmas season. Yeah. It's not the company. It's not their merchandise. It's just the mass of humanity all reaching for the same product, and I don't know. I don't like Walmart. So it was unusual that I would be willing to go there 3 times in a week. And believe it or not, I'm going back today because her glasses are ready. So after I get done with my video and putting it up, that's where I'm going. So, yeah. Okay, so what else am I working on? This is Snowflake Ornaments, cross stitching for fun. And This is 25 count Lugana from Hobby Lobby, and I can't remember the color name, but I haven't been saying what I was doing the various things on, huh? Cute Boots is on 28 count even weave that I dyed myself. Art Spring Deco is on 28 count even weave that I dyed myself. Nativity Berry is on Fabric Flare Blue. And The Greatest Story is on either 14 or 18 count Ada that I dyed myself. I think it's 18 count Ada, but it might be 14. Because, you know, the whole size changes when you dye it. So, anyway, this is where I am. I changed the gold yet again. I did not like that gold thread. Now, I like shiny, and I thought I was going to love it, and I did not like it. And when I split it and did it smaller, I liked it a little better, but I did not like it at all. And so I bought some Etoile, and I like that. Don't look at my stitches. They're very uneven. I'm having a devil of a time with the 25 count, getting it in a row. To me, it looks like it goes like this. And so when I'm trying to line it up, you know, further down, you know, counting and stuff, I keep putting it in the wrong place. And I can't even seem to make an X. It's driving me bananas. And then I was like, what was I working on that's not in here? I started preparing to FFO Naughty Dog and Sewing Bee. And so I was sewing the buttons and stuff on that and cutting them down and all that. And so I'm like, oh, that's not in here because it's not done. So that was one other thing I started doing. And then I just like, and it's been like this about, you know, this whole week and last week too, where I just kind of went, and I just stopped doing it. I'd come in here and I'd work for 5 or 10 minutes and then I was just like, no, not feeling it. And I am better. I'm a lot better. I can do things without getting, you know, incredibly out of breath, and you know, I'm not having to nebulize constantly like I was. But this wet weather has not helped, and I still have to, you know, I don't have the energy. Those of you that don't have breathing issues, you know, not being able to breathe normally for you can make you very tired because you need that air to have that energy. Anyway, I digress again. So the last thing I worked on is a little bit of work on Winter Reindeer by Dirty Annie's, and this is on another piece of blue from Fabric Flare, and I have not gotten a whole lot of work done it, but you know, you can see my traveling threads here, which I'm embarrassed about, but you know, oh well. And so that's how far I've gotten. It's a lot of counting because the snowflakes are so far apart. But I like the way the snowflakes look there in the you know, you can see them. So I think it's a good color choice for this pattern, and I think when it's done, I'm gonna love it. Such a cute pattern, such beautiful little deer. I'm not counting on getting this done this year. It's not on next year's Whip Go, but it'll get done eventually, and I'll love it. You know, when I first started hearing about Whip Go, I didn't understand. I couldn't make myself understand. And then I was like, well, you know, that's nice, but you know, I just like to work on whatever I want to work on. And that is still true, but I think it's helped me focus my attention. And one of the things that you have to remember is your board, your rules. So if I want to change Snowed In, or whatever it's called, to something else, it's my board, my rules. If I want to say, I'm going to finish this, that's my second Whip Go, that's what I'm going to do. But I don't know, you know. But I wanted to start on, you know, this month. I wanted to start working on that Christmas quilt, the Serendipity quilt that I have the Christmas jelly roll. It's a jelly roll pattern. And I almost started it yesterday. And I said, why am I doing that? I don't have the energy to work on it. And there's no reason why I have to work on it just because it's Christmas season. Yes, I bought it a year ago. Nothing's going to happen to the fabric. And I'm not making it for a present or anybody specific or anything like that. So I'm not going to worry about it. I have I have to remember that just because I have these projects to do doesn't mean I have to do them. And part of one of the things I'm going through right now is that no matter what I'm working on or doing, I feel like I should be doing something else. And there's a whole bunch of paperwork I have to fill out that I really, really, really should get out today. It's not going to happen because this morning I got up at the normal time and I said, I'm going back to bed. And I slept for another 3 hours. But I needed that 3 hours. So, you know, yeah, that stuff needs to get out, and it should get out in a timely fashion. And, you know, some of this other stuff, there's things that have to be done. But if it doesn't have to be done, why am I stressing about it? I want to finish these projects. But if I don't, the world is not going to come to an end. If I don't reach my Whip Go goal, so what? You know? So I have to remember, you know, that these are just things. They're not any, you know, there are things that have to be done, and I'll do those, and then we'll worry about where I am on my cross stitch and quilting. But I do want to work on those things. So finally, my last thing was I'm going to put the picture here because I didn't print it out. I was looking on Instagram at cross stitch things, you know, cross stitch projects and stuff like that. And I saw this pattern. And I went on my way and didn't worry about it. And I kept looking back at it and going, that's so cute. And then a day or two later, it came up again. And I was like, so I checked on it, and I was like, you know, it's really not that expensive. And so I went ahead and got it. And I picked up these 3 colors for it. I think these are too big, these little these little balls. So I may return those, but because I think it's supposed to be itty bitty tiny balls, because this is small. This is my start. Now you have to stuff it as you go, and I didn't. And so there's a portion in here where, you know, the stuffing kind of got stuck, and I thought about just take it apart back down and, you know, start doing, because it says to stuff it as you go. And I just take my crochet hook out of here. You know, you try to get that stuffing down in there, and yeah. So this is his little head, and it's going to come down like that, you know. And I just, you know, do a row or two at a time, and just go from there. So yeah. And I probably have it too stuffed right now in some places, but I'm not going to stress about it because it's lucky it has the stuffing in it all. So yeah, there he is, little Christmas tree gnome. So that is everything I have today. And I hope you guys are doing much better than I, getting ready for Christmas. Hope you're having a great season. Happy stitching.